e4. Then what?
That's why you're asking me. I'm as loco as a yo-yo for a dodo. That said, they may play d6, the Pirc Defence. I would take the centre with d4. And if they play knight f6, play the obvious counter, knight c3.
But what if they go here?
It looks like they're playing the King's Indian defence. I'd play the Austrian attack of f4 and knight f3. And then, if they castle, play e5, the Unzicker attack. Or instead of castling, if they play c5, known as the dragon formation, then take it. And then you really mustn't allow their queen any space on the board, even if that means trading our own queen.
But what if they go here?
Well, if it looks like they're going to think it on the queen side instead, throw in bishop d3 to cover e4, and then play the Austrian attack of f4 and knight f3.
Well, what if they go here?
Yeah, if they play c6, this is the Czech defence. I would play half the Austrian with f4, but then look for bishop d3 to cover e4, and also look for e5.
And what if they go here?
Knight b to d7, yes, this is known as the lion defence. When facing a lion, I suggest you'll need both your knights and then the attack bishop of bishop c4.
But what if they go here?
The King's Indian defence was a bluff. They're going to fight for the centre after all. Well, if e5, then no f4. It may as well play knight f3, and then also get the attack bishop of bishop c4. While I think of it, my good man, they may not go into the King's Indian defence at all. After you play d4, they may play g6, like a Pirc into a modern defence. But even if this doesn't transpose into a King's Indian defence, play the Austrian attack, knight c3, f4, knight f3. As you know, we've barely scratched the surface. My colleague here knows more.
Well, I don't know about that, sir, but I would say, after we take the centre with d4, they may play e5. This is known as the Maroczy defence. I like to call it the reverse Philidor. Here I play knight f3, attacking and defending.
But what if they go here?
Well, if they take on d4, recapture with a knight, known as the exchange variation. From there, I suggest you develop your knights, and then bishops, and look to castle kingside. Unless the sneaky rascal fianchettos on the king's side, known as the Larsen variation, and gets knight f6. Here we need to defend the g4 square with h3.
Well, what if they go here?
Well, if their queen gets out of a potential pawn pin with queen e7, here play knight c3, bishop c4, and look to castle kingside.
But what if they go here?
Yes, known as the Tartakower defence. Play bishop c4 and look to castle kingside. From there, maybe look for attacking f7 or d takes e5.
But what if they go here?
Righto, knight f6, the Nimzowitsch variation. Could well transpose into the lion defence. And what was it you said, sir? When facing a lion, you'll need both knights.
And bishop c4.
Indeed.
What if they go here?
Yes, now f5, this is the reverse Philidor Countergambit. Play d takes e5, for the centre. Now pay attention here. If they play f takes e4, play knight g5. And should they expose their queen with d takes e5, trade queens, and then look for knight f7 check. Hello.
But what if they go here?
If they play bishop g4, this is the Blackburne Gambit. I would accept with d takes e5. Should they immediately take your kingside knight, recapture with the queen. And if not, keep attacking with e takes d6. I think that's the full extent of my wisdom there, sir.
Marvellous input, my friend. You reminded me, actually, after we play d4, they may play knight d7, known as the Antal defence. Now, this may well transpose into the Tartakower or lion defence, so play knight f3 and bishop c4. And if they open their queen by moving their e-pawn, play bishop g5. Yeah?
Then what?
Then play chess.